Hi students, welcome to next session. If you have any doubts, just contact my number. Send through WhatsApp. I'll reply for that doubts. Now coming to next session 2. In previous session we finished what is a set definition and what are different types of representation of sets, and we discussed some examples related to that. Now today we'll continue next. What is the different types of sets? Different types of sets. In this first one, empty set or null set, or we have another name, void set. What is the meaning of empty set or null set or void set? All same meaning only. A set does not having any elements, or set not containing any elements. A set does not having any element is called empty set, denoted by pi or with empty braces. Both notations are same meaning, pi you can take or empty braces. For example, what is the best example for empty set? Now I am taking a set A, x such that x is prime number, even prime number, more than 2. More than 2, in total prime numbers, only 2 is the even prime number. Remaining all are not prime numbers. That's why x is a even prime number. It is more than 2. More than 2, all prime numbers are odd only, not even. That's why the number of elements here nothing, empty. No possible element. That's why you can write like this also. No element gives this condition. The even prime number is more than 2. You want to take one more example, some B set. X is the element. The element lies between 2 less than x less than 3 and x is belongs to z. Z means what? Integer. X, okay, the set of elements of B, but x is lying from where to where? 2 to 3. 2 to 3, any integer is there? No. 2.1, 2 point up to 2.99, all are real numbers, decimals. So there is no integer. That's why again B is also empty. There is no element will satisfy. Next. Singleton set. Singleton set means is very simple. A set having only one element. A set having only one element is called singleton set. If you want example, it's very easy. Set A I am taking x such that 2 less than x less than 4, but where x is belongs to natural number. 2 to 4, in between 2 to 4, any natural number is there? 3, only 3. That's why a possible element is 3. This clearly having, set having only one element, that is a single tone set. Next, finite set. Finite set means a set having finite number of elements. Finite number of elements. Finite means it is a countable. We can count, or how many elements are there in the set, we can count. It's a finite number of elements is called a finite set. Example, the number of students in a classroom, it is clearly finite only, countable. Now, general example, the number of particles in a chalk piece, tiny particles. We can't identify number of particles clearly. General example I am telling. Okay, no? This is different because we can't identify in this case. Number of particles, we can make this into infinite number of particles. We can make into small pieces. But we're discussing about which one? Finite set. So we need to get a finite number of elements is must in the set. For example, set A I am taking number of students in a classroom. Student in a classroom. That is one finite set clearly. One more if you want to take a set having, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many elements are there? 7 elements. It's a clearly finite set. It's a countable elements are there. We can count the number of elements are there in the set. Next, infinite set. Simple. A set having infinite number of elements. Infinite number of elements is called infinite set. Finite means countable. Infinite means we can't predict how many elements will be there. We can't count, first of all. Example, the set of natural numbers. Anyone have idea how many numbers are there, natural numbers? Infinite numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, up and so on infinity. And so on means we can write a number up to infinity. Okay, na? It's a finite. These all are set of natural numbers, set of integers, set of real numbers, set of rational numbers. These all sets are infinite sets only. Okay, na? This is a infinite set example. And definition understood? Set having infinite number of elements, that is called an infinite set. Next, equal sets. Equal sets means if any two sets are said to be equal sets. Equal sets means each element of set A is also element in set B. If A and B are said to be equal sets, comma, if each element of set A is also element in set B, that is we can write A equal to B. Each element of set A is also element in set B. That element, such type of sets we called as equal sets. Example, I am writing a set is like this. X such that X is lying between 2 less than X less than 7, where X is belongs to Z. B I am writing 3, 4, 5, 6. A I am writing what here? X, but X lying from where to where? 2 to 7. X is which one? Z, integer. B I am taking 3, 4, 5, 6. Now check in this. Here they given condition wise. What? X is a integer and this X is lying between from 2 to 7. 2 to 7, what numbers is there? Integers 3, 4, 5, 6. Now observe, even A and B both are same only now. Each element of set A is also element in set B. That's why clearly we can write A is equal to B. Okay, this one example. If we take one more example, A having like this 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. B is 1, 2, 3, 7. This A and B are two equal sets? No, because each element in set A is also element in set B. But 5 is there here, but 5 is not there here. So here clearly A is not equal to B. That's why each element in set A is compulsory element in set B, then only those two sets are equal sets. Otherwise, not equal sets. That's why this is a simple definition of equal sets and example. Now we will discuss some examples related to this. Example 1. Okay, coming to example 1. State whether the following sets are finite or infinite. First question, X such that X belongs to a natural number and X minus 1 into X minus 2 equal to 0. From this, X minus 1 into X minus 2 equal to 0 means two factors are 0. Either first factor 0 or second factor 0. From that, what values is possible? Only 1 and 2. From this equation, X minus 1 is 0, X equal to 1. X minus 2 equal to 0, X equal to 2. Now this is a counting values only in a finite number of, that's why this clearly finite set. Coming to second one, X square equal to 4 means X what you will get? Plus or minus 2. This is also clearly what you can write, minus 2 plus 2. This also which one? But clearly plus or minus will get, but X is what is given? Natural number is given. So natural number means we need to consider only plus 2 because set is given already. That's why we need to consider X will get okay plus or minus 2, but we need to take X is here clearly belongs to natural number. That's why we are taking only 2. This is clearly finite set. All given natural numbers only. 2x minus 1 0. What will get here? 2x minus 1 equal to 0. X is equal to what will get? 1 by 2. Here 1 by 2 means any natural number will get nothing, is empty. Now empty means what? The number of elements is clearly 0. That also countable. It's a finite number. That's why this is also finite set. In this, X is a prime. In natural number generally what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In that 1 is not prime number. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. Like this we get it up to where? to infinity, 13, 17, 19, 23, like that, so many. That's why this is not finite number of elements, it's an infinite number of elements. That's why this is infinite set. Coming to fifth one, x is a natural number and x is odd. Odd natural numbers are what? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 and so on up to, you can add up to infinite. That's why this is which set? Infinite set. Coming to second example, find the pairs of equal sets if any give reasons. Any equal sets are there, and give reason. Okay, A is given clearly, okay. A is having only one element, 0. B, x is greater than 15 and less than 5. Greater than 15, less than 5 is possible. 16, 17, this less than 5 is possible. No, that's why B is clearly empty set. C, x minus 5 equal to 0. What x will get? Only 5. D, x square equal to 25. X what will get? Plus or minus 5. No restriction here. That's why minus 5 plus 5. Two elements. Coming to E, x is an integral. Integral means like an integral value, integer, positive root of the equation. This is clearly quadratic equation. If we factorize this, x square minus 2x minus 15 equal to 0. For minus 15 factors what? Minus 5x plus 3x minus 15 equal to 0. X common, x minus 5 plus 3 common, x minus 5 equal to 0. X minus 5 common into x plus 3 equal to 0. X value what will get? Minus 3 or 5. But in this, we need to take only integral positive root. Only positive root what? 5. That's why E is only 5 we need to take. First, combination with A and B equal? No. Here 0 having, but 0 is not there here. That's why A is not equal to B. A is equal to C? No. A is not equal to C. A equal to D? No. A is not equal to D. Next, A is equal to E? No. So A is not equal to E. Next, B and A no need to check again. BC equal? Here no element, here 5 is there. That's why B is not equal to C. B equal to D? No. B not equal to D, B not equal to E also. Next, C with D. C equal to D? No. 5 is there, but minus 5 is not present in C. So C is not equal to D. C equal to E? Yes. Having 5, 5. C equal to E. Next, finally, D equal to E? No. Here minus 5, 5 is there, but here only 5. So D is not equal to E. This is the simple reasons why it is not equal. Next, coming to exercise 1.2. Exercise 1.2. Which of the following are examples of null set? See in first question, the set of odd numbers divisible by 2. Any odd number which is not divisible by 2. That's why this clearly null set. Set of even prime numbers. Yes, even prime number is only 2. Is not null set. Third one. X is a natural number, less than 5 means you will get 1, 2, 3, 4. X greater than 7, what will get? And so on up to, you will get un means both conditions are not applicable here condition wise. So here less than 5 and more than 7, both conditions should satisfy. So it is not satisfying for anything, this is clearly empty. For example, here or is given or, then we can take less than 5 numbers and more than 7 numbers. And is given means we need to satisfy both conditions. Any element is possible less than 5 and greater than 7 at a time is not possible condition y. That's why it is a null set. Next, y is a point common to any two parallel lines. Common point will get here? No. Here whatever point, this is not present in another line. That's why there is no common point between two parallel lines. That's why this is also a null set. Okay, question number 2 is homework. It's very easy. Which of the following sets are finite or infinite? You need to identify. Easy. Third one also same. State whether each of the following set is finite or infinite. The first question. Second question homework ma. Everyone complete. The set of lines which are parallel to the x-axis. How many lines we can draw parallel to x-axis? There is no limitation for that. We can draw infinite number of lines. That's why if you take axis, x-axis and y-axis, we can draw parallel to x-axis. How many? We can draw. There is no limit for this. Parallel to x-axis. That's why this is clearly infinite set. Coming to second one, the set of letters in English alphabet 26 na, it's a finite number of, it is a finite set, easy only. Coming to third one, the set of numbers which are multiples of 5. Multiples of 5 are what? 5 ones are 5, 10, 15, 20 and so on up to you can write infinity. This is clearly infinite set. The set of animals living on the earth. This is also clearly finite. We can throughout earth we can count the number of animals. This is also finite set. It's not infinite. The set of circles passing through origin. How many we can draw? Infinite number of circles we can draw. If we take origin 0, 0, we can draw many circles like this. There is no limitation for this. Drawing like this, we have to take more circles. We can draw how many? Infinite number of circles we can draw. This also infinite set. Coming to question number 4. In the following, state whether A equal to B or not. See in first question, A, B, C, D having elements in set A. B also having A is there, B is there, C is there and D is there. That's why here A and B both are equal. Coming to second question, 4, 8, 12, 16. Here B, 4 is there, 8 is there, 16 also there, but 12 is not there here. Here different element. That's why A is not equal to B. Coming to third one, A is a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. B is given as a statement, X is a positive even integer and X is less than or equal to 10. Even positive integer means what? B also possible, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's why clearly A is equal to B. Coming to fourth one, A is a X, X is a multiple of 10. Multiples of 10 what will get? 10, 20, 30, 40 and so on. But B what is given? 10, 15, 20, 25. 15 is not present, 25 is not present in A. That's why clearly A is not equal to B. Coming to fifth one, A given elements what? 2 and 3. B is X and X is a solution of x square plus 5x plus 6. For x square plus 5x plus 6, 6 ones are 6 factors, we need to get plus only, that's why plus 2 plus 3. This I can write x plus 2 into x plus 3 only. Multiply, you will get again same factors. From this x what you can write? Minus 2 minus 3. From this, we can define the B set is minus 2, minus 3. A and B both are equal? No, here positive, here negative. That's why A is not equal to B. Coming to second question. X is a letter of the word follow. In set 2, we are not taking repeated letters. You can take F, O, L, W. B, Y is a letter in the word wolf. So what you can take? F, O, L, W. Both having same only, na? Same, but repeated not taken that many times. Repeated letters take only once is enough. So clearly, A is equal to B. Both are equal sets. So question number 6. From the sets given below, select equal sets. Which are equal sets in this we need to identify. It's a homework you can do easily. Equal sets means each element in one set is also element in other set. Okay, na? This one you can try. Homework question. Next, this is exercise 1.2 also finished. So next concept, subset. What is the meaning of subset? If any set is said to be subset of other set, if every element in first set is an element in second set. For example, if A is said to be subset of set B, every element in set A is the element in set B. I'll repeat again. A is said to be subset of set B. Every element in set A is the element in set B. Every element. Whatever element present in A is clearly is element in set B. Okay, now equals is different. Every element present in A is also present in B, compulsory. Same B is having same elements in set A. But here what? Every element set A is element in set B. Is belongs to every element, every value. Okay, na? Now here the subset symbol that we can write. For example, that A is subset of B means we can write. This is a symbol for subset. The name of this subset. Every element of set A or set A or every element of set A is the element in set B present. Okay, na? This is a subset symbol. For example, here I am taking 1, 2, 3, 5. B I am taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Anything. When A is said to be subset of B means the every element in A is in set B. But these two are not equal because all elements are not equal, same. So we are clearly A is subset of B. Is it understood? 1 is there, 2 is there, 3 is there, 5 also there. That's why clearly A is a subset of B set. Okay, na? Now, you want one more example means, this is one example. A, B, C, B, C, D, E, F. A is subset of B? No. What is the reason? A is there here, but here A is not there. That's why A is not subset of B because the element A in set A, but this is not is the element in set B. But this complete A is not subset of B. Clear? Subset means simple, every element of set A is in the set B only. Now from this, what we can define condition wise? Every set is subset of itself. That means A we can take subset of A. Every set is a subset of itself. Clear? Next, empty set pi is subset of every set. That means pi is a subset of any set. Pi is a subset of A, pi is subset of B. Because it is not having any element, we can consider every empty set is a subset of every set. You can take any number of sets, pi is subset of B, pi is subset of C, like that. Clear? Every set is a subset of itself, one condition. Another condition is empty set is a subset of every set. Is present in that. Okay, na? This is a simple concept related to subset. Next, superset. If A is subset of B, then B is superset of A. A is subset of B, then B is superset of A. That means A is subset of B. That implies B is superset of A. This is a symbol for superset. This is subset. Repeat again. This symbol name is subset. This symbol name is superset. Just to reversing that symbol, the name will changes. If A is a subset of B, then B is a superset of A. This is the meaning. A is subset of B, then B is superset of A. Okay, na? The symbol's name, remember? Sometimes you'll use this one, condition wise. Okay, na? Is the next condition wise. If you take what is a proper subset. Proper subset means if A is said to be proper subset, comma if, or simply can take A is said to be, simply can take A is said to be proper subset if A is subset of B and A is clearly not equal to B. A is subset of B and A is not equal. That means sometimes equal sets will be there. Equal sets we can consider as subsets, but is not equal. Okay, na? Example, just now we done. Anything, some for example 1, 2, 3 I taken. Take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A is subset of B clearly, but A is not equal to B. That is a proper. Clearly A is subset of B and A is not equal to B. Sometimes I can take like this. Only equal if it is, for example, 1, 2, 3. B also I take 2, 2, 3, 1. Here what here A is subset of B and A equal to B. Here also I can write B is subset of A also. See, the possibilities I am telling. Proper means the number of elements in A is clearly less than of number of elements in B. Then that is a proper subset. Here A is subset of B, but A is clearly not equal to B. Here see, observe. 1, 2, 3, here 2, 3, 1. Any order you are taking. A is subset of B and B also subset of A. And what you got here? A equal to B. That means from this we can define one more condition. If A is subset of B and B is subset of A, then clearly we will get A and B are equal sets. A is subset of B and B is subset of A. A and B must be equal sets. Then only it is possible. All have understood what is superset and proper subset. And coming to subset definition. So next one, intervals as subsets of real numbers. Now sometimes we are using different symbols, closed interval, open interval, like that. Now when you use the symbol closed interval, closed bracket, the extreme values are include. When you take open bracket, extreme values means endpoints. Endpoints are not include. Now different intervals I will take here. In this first one, real numbers means basically it is a real line. Real line means from where to where? From minus infinity to plus infinity. In that real numbers, we are taking different intervals. The intervals how to represent on the number line. Now first one, closed interval A comma B. What is the meaning of this here? The element X, what you are taking X is belongs to A comma B. In this, A is include, B also include, and in between A and B also include. If you take as a number line, you are taking like easily. This is a real line from minus infinity to plus infinity. I am taking here A and this is B. How to represent means when closed bracket is there, A also we should take, B also we need to take, and in between A and B also possible. A to B, A is possible, B is possible, and in between A and B also possible. That is the meaning of closed interval A comma B. This also we can express as symbols. A is less than or equal to, X is less than or equal to B. X is from A up to B. B also part. Next, second one. X is belongs to open interval A comma B. Here how to write as a symbol, inequality symbol. A is strictly less than, X less than B. How to represent this on number line? A and B are should not take, because open bracket means A and B are not include. X should not take A and B. In between A and B only we need to take. This is A. Open circle means this point is not included, but in between A and B is included. What I am shading, this is a solution of X, is possible value. Next, another value what I can take here, one more value, X belongs to open interval minus infinity comma, sir, close interval take, close interval A, union or minus A take, minus A plus A to infinity. A or B you can take, no problem. For easy purpose, I am taking AB only. X belongs to open interval minus infinity comma closed interval A, union, closed interval B to up to infinity. Closed interval means we are take A is include, B also include. Infinity we can't include because infinity value we don't know. Okay. Now to represent on the number line. This also we can write like this, or x is less than or equal to a, or implies some condition. This is the interval form, this is inequality symbol. X is greater than or equal to b. Now I was taking here condition what here C once, it is up to minus infinity, it is up to plus infinity. I am taking a here, b. A included, that's why closed one. Less than or equal to a, that's why here the value from minus infinity up to plus a. That's why this complete part will be shading. Every value we need to take. In between a and b, we never get any value. Should not take also. For example, a is 2, b is 3. 2 and below 2. 3 and above 3. Okay, na? This also include b and more than 3 up to infinity. b to up to infinity. That all I taken x is less than or equal to a. Equality and less than a, left side. X equal to b and greater than b, right side. I am not taking in between a and b. A and b, we are not taking any x value for this interval. Okay. Next. Fourth one. X belongs to open interval minus infinity comma open interval a union open interval b comma infinity. This we can write x is strictly less than a or x is strictly greater than b. You have to take as a number line. This is minus infinity. I am taking all the numbers is related to real numbers only. That's why real number present from minus infinity to plus infinity. Open circle y I am taking, a and b should not take. It is not included in the solution. Only strictly less than means we are not taking. For example, a is 2. 2 should not take. You can take 1.99 onwards. Remaining below that. This is b. b for example 4. More than 4 only means 4 is not included. 4.0001 we can take. So more than this means you can take this one. Well, but I am not taking a and b. I am not taking in between a and b also. These are the simple logic you can consider generally. Okay, now remaining few more things you can take. For example, x belongs to closed interval a comma open interval b. You want this one means a include but b is not include. How to take? A less than or equal to x but less than b. How to represent on number line? It's very simple. A include means closed bracket, closed circle. B is not include. Only in between this we can take. Next, x belongs to open interval a, closed interval b. Here a is not include, only strictly less than, but less than or equal to b. A is not equal means you have to take open circle. B is a closed because b is include. In between we can take. What I am shading, that is only possible values. Interval notation wise generally. A from a up to b you can take. So a is not include but b is a include. These are the possible interval representations. What is the meaning of power set? The power set means the set of all possible subsets of a set. Otherwise you can take the collection of all subsets of a set is called power set. Collection of objects is called a set generally. The collection of subsets of a set is called an power set and denoted by P of A. If A is a set means you will take P of A. B is a set means P of B, like that you will take. Now, so note you need to remember, if A is a set, Number of elements in set is I am taking some m. N of a meaning the number of elements in a set. Okay, na? So n of a is m. Then number of elements in a power set. P of a equal to number of means you will take n of P of a 2 power m. Counting number of elements in a set is generally n of a will come directly, but the number of elements in power set means n of P of a is 2 power m. M is the number of elements in set. Okay, that is the formula for finding a number of elements in a power set. For example, the set A is given 1, 2. Find P of A. P of A means power set. Already I said empty set is a subset of every set. That means while writing P of A meaning what? The collection of subsets of a set. For every set, pi is an subset. That's why first one we need to write pi. 1 is one subset only now. 2 also one subset, because we can divide this one into n parts. How many elements is there? That many parts we can make. So 1 is one subset. Only 2 if you take, that is also one subset. I can take combination of both 1 comma 2 also one subset. All of clear? I will repeat again. A is elements 1 and 2. We need to find P of A. P of A means power set we need to find. Power set nothing but the collection of subsets of a set. First of all, pi is a subset of every set. I can make this one into single element. Only 1 is one subset. Set of 1. Only 2 if I take, that is also one subset. I can take both 1 comma 2 also one subset. Reason? Every set is a subset of itself. That's why pi only set 1, set 2, set of 1 comma 2. These are the possible subsets of power, a given set. You check formula wise also. Number of elements in this how many? 4. The number of elements in A how many? 2. Apply 2 square 4 will get. One more example I will take, you can understand easily. Second example, the set A is given A comma B comma C. Find P of A. P of A means power set. How to find? Empty set and each element is one set. Set B, set C, set A comma B, set B comma C, set C comma A, all combinations. Finally, we can take A comma B comma C. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The number of elements in set is what? 3. 2 cube 8. All of understood is important for 1 mark from this concept. How to find power set value. N of A means no need to think again. Number of elements in a set is called N of A. Number of elements in B you can take symbol N of B. Okay, no? Next, universal set denoted by symbol is U. Universal set means a set having all elements related to all the subsets. A set having all the elements related to the set. Related to the set means what? Related to all the subsets and denoted by symbol U. I'll repeat the statement again. A set having all the elements related to all the subsets is called a which one? Universal set. Is called, we can write, the later can be denoted by of subset is called universal set and denoted by symbol U. Example is very, very simple, you can identify. For example, a set A having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set B having 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. The universal set, what I consider, a set having all the elements related to all the subsets or all the sets you can consider. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. What are the elements are there in A and B? That all elements present in U. Now this U is called an universal set. Reason what here? A is clearly subset of U and B is also subset of U. That's why what are the elements present in A and B? This also is in U. That element, that set we called an universal set. Okay, denoted by U. Different condition take. For example, I consider universal set is a natural number. In that we can make this is a complete space we can take. This is U if we consider. U I considered which one? Natural numbers. In the different subsets, what I can take? Odd numbers. B, even numbers. I can take even prime number. Understood? Like this you can take several. But every element in this sets is in the U. Clear? That is simple logic, understood. It's very easy. If U I consider natural number. In these natural numbers I can make into several subsets. Odd numbers, even prime numbers, positive integers. These are all different subsets I made. But if you, this all elements, it is a part of which one? Universal set. Okay, no? Now today's session we finished exercise 1.2 and we discussed some different type of sets and we discussed some concept, power set, subset, universal set. Now whatever homework questions given you need to complete. In these definitions, any concept you have doubt or questions you have doubt, just contact me, send your doubt in WhatsApp. I will send answer for you. Thank you.